That's how you tell you hungry. That was crazy. What else is going on in the world? You sent me something with Bangladesh. I don't know nothing about that at all.
Oh, this is what's going on in Bangladesh.
What's up in Bangladesh?
Basically, they're trying to put back segregation. Not like segregation, but like you got to stay home. You can't really come out.
They quarantining people or something?
They're trying to do that as well, but they mostly implemented a curfew. First it was a curfew. Then they got everybody on this.
They do a martial law?
Yeah, basically. That's what I saw on Instagram. I saw on Instagram. So
that's crazy.
Please.
What's the reason for it? Do you know?
I don't know. I just saw it on my thing and I sent it to you to see if it's a topic we could talk about.
I don't actually know anything about this at all.
Let's see. Bangladesh PM blames.
Okay, so they're protesting. They blame opposition for violence. Oh, man. Curfew to remain. Was the curfew before they started protesting or is it due to the protests?
The curfew, I say, that's why the protests are protesting because of the curfew. That's what I got from it. Because we ain't going to just protest for no reason.
The internet is down. Oh, man.
That too. The internet is down over there as well.
That's crazy. Hold on, let me see.
And they got that shit over there, bro.
It's a deadly protest. I'm pulling something up so you got, they better not do this. You got to be a member to read the article. Shit, I hate that. I know you got to get your money somehow, my nigga, but nigga, do something else. Like, I don't know. I suppose you had to pay for newspapers back in the day, right? Niggas be trying to charge you to read an article. The Bangladesh remained without internet for a fifth day, and the government declared a public holiday Monday as authorities maintained control despite apparent calm following a court order that scaled back a controversial system for allocating government jobs that sparked violent protests. This comes after curfew with blank on-site order was installed. Excuse me? Earlier, and military personnel could be seen patrolling the Capitol. Wait. They got a curfew and they're telling people, if you break this curfew, we popping your ass on site? No, they got to be, what the fuck is going on for this to be? Why? Like, what? Yo, that's scary.
And
what if you just
tried to keep this? And some people on YouTube, some people on Instagram was like, America is trying to keep this from getting out to us and to the world.
I don't think, well, if they could do that, they would have, right? I don't think I would have been able to search this up and find this. As far as mainstream media not really pumping this or talking about this, then yeah, I should have heard more about this. That's probably a thing. I do believe that's something where they're trying to keep it more in a hush-hush, but they're not completely wrapping it, right? From like no one hearing about this. Because they could. They could 86 every article on this motherfucker. They own everything. The South Asian country witnessed clashes between the police, mainly student protesters, demanding an end to a quota that reserved 30% of government jobs for relatives of veterans who fought in Bangladesh War and Independence 1971.
I didn't even know Bangladesh had a war for its independence in 1970. Learn something new every day, Craig.
But they given 30% of government jobs, quota that reserved 30% of government jobs for relatives of veterans who fought in Bangladesh. So they're saying only veterans could get 30% of those jobs. And people were like, nah. No, if that's what they fight on, get the damn veterans the damn jobs. Oh, but then relatives, though, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, no, I'm not with that. If it was the veterans themselves, but I don't think your offspring should be able to fucking benefit.
I'm going to say this.
To get a job. That's crazy.
My grandson, no. My son, if he's in the same field, like if he's going in the same field, that's something different.
Then he would have the same credentials. So your merit wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So that just sounds odd to me. That's a little bit too much favoritism. If you ask me. They could give them some money, like give them some of your leftover benefits. I don't think you should just get automatic fucking placement in a job because your grandfather was a veteran. That sounds kind of intense. Even though I am pro-veteran, I think that veteran deserve benefits. I think that direct veteran should have got 100% government fucking job.
I think veterans,
they need money immediately. They need a apartment as soon as they get home.
They're the most at risk because they go through the most because they basic training. Then they go over to these countries and eat food that they don't know, speak different languages, hostile. They got to go into a hostile environment thinking everybody wants to kill them because they most likely probably do.
In a video game and allegedly.
That's why I said most likely.
I got you.
So, and in this case, in the instance, when they come home, how you supposed to reprogram that?
It's hard.
Just like I'm doing my best to reprogram. We just had an incident of me reprogramming myself. I went through that just with you, bro, and we saw it right here.
Oh yeah.
So how are you supposed to tell a person that's a dog it's damn it its existence
to stop being a dog?
Exactly.
I think that they could, for one, not require people be complete dogs, right? Like, right? I think that a lot of people that get out of the military or even out of jail, they deal with mental health issues that the normal person wouldn't even acknowledge because of the shit that you had to go through, like being put in a hole or just going to war every day, right? Or not knowing if you're going to step on a mine or some shit like that. That could cause a lot of fucking stress. Right, shit. Growing up in the hood, like, and dealing with things on a day-to-day basis, the shit that we had to see can cause a lot of stress.
Our basic training.
Right, exactly. I used to tell people the school we went to was like warrior school. That shit was off the hook, man. Like, if somebody wanted to get to you, that shit was Game of Thrones. Anyone could get it. No one was protected. Nobody.
If I'm gonna just let you know that you had a fight yesterday, just to be prepared to fight him and his mans if he's that type of dude. If he got clout like that, you gonna have to fight his mans.
Oh yeah, they seeing you.
In our school, yeah.
Everybody's seeing you. Yeah, that's facts. You got to take turns. And I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that, especially if you did a nigga dirty. I remember this nigga Dennis, that nasty ass nigga, did my homeboy Guy foul, and I was like, nah, we got to square up.
What do the guy?
They fought, right? We went in the bathroom back in the day. That's how I used to fight without getting in trouble. Went into the bathroom. They was fighting. I was trying to use the bathroom. So I'm using the bathroom. They scrapping. I'm like, oh, all right. Eventually, I hear people coming. So I'm like, yo, they on the floor. I'm like, yo, stop. Get up, yo. This nigga, my homeboy Guy, puts his hands up like, I'm done. This nigga Dennis. I'm like, oh, Dennis. No. Now we got to get, I ain't like that. I took my shit off. And then me and this nigga started getting and shaking in the hallway. Right. And I think God, the way he described it to me, he was like, in the mirror fixing himself and he heard some commotion and he took his shit off and ran out there. So when they grabbed me up and the guy ran up, so they started getting and shaking again. So like to everyone else, it looked like we was taking turns fighting the same person back to back to back. The only reason why I was like, nah, I got to get around with you is because you sucker punched this nigga 3 times when I told you how to break it up. That nigga guy had enough respect for me to middle of the fight go, all right, cool, I'm done. Dennis took advantage of that and got 3 shots. So we got to fight. We got to get it shaken, bro. We got it. But anyway, outside of that, yes, I do understand the deprogramming part. I think that the government needs to help out more with that. For one, provide a job so they have nothing to worry about coming back home. I think that they need to provide living situations too as well. Right? Like have an apartment. There should be no homeless veterans.
But we go through that shit here at home with our veterans.
Yes. I don't think that's right. I don't think this should be homeless veterans. Right? And veterans that have mental health issues, I think they need to be top priority for getting help.
I'm glad you said that. Let's bring clarity to that situation. What we're going through in New York City right now, most of those insane asylums have been turned into shelters for these refugees. And most of these people who are supposed to be in these asylums are on these motherfucking streets. And they want to say that these people that look like me are committing these heinous crimes. Majority of these men are not in a fucking right mind to even withstand the whole conversation with you. So how you can say that majority of them in their right mind to know what they're doing?
Yeah.
You made room for these people who are coming here, no disrespect to y'all who are here. I'm just saying to these men who are grown, don't have the knowledge enough to wipe their own ass on a street, and you and your family have a house to be in, a room. I'm just saying.
You do make a lot of sense, right? A lot of the nasty and crazy things do happen because a lot of people that need help are getting put on the street. And a lot of that is because they want to make space for people that are not Americans. I do 100% agree with you know how many crimes I watch on a day, and I'm not saying anything, I'm not insinuating stuff, but you know how many crimes I see on a day-to-day basis where I'm like, I wonder who did that crazy shit. And then they reveal who it is, and it's like, well, been here for 3 months. The fuck? I was watching some shit. A woman walked out I think like a coffee shop, and some girl just clocked her shit. And then when the lady grabbed like an umbrella, tried to defend it, they just started rocking her. I'm like, what the fuck? Who did this? I'm like, what is going on?
One thing, did the lady spill a coffee?
Yes, everything spilled. Thank God that a pedestrian, a guy came and he tried to stop it. She cracked that nigga glasses, but he was able to somehow he was able to somehow like restrain her, right, and wait for the cops to come. And bro, that's like the least of it, fam. You know how many other this stuff that I don't want to get too heavy in, where like what happened?
Continue because I want to say something after that.
I was gonna say there was a crazy case that I'm gonna try to edit myself with this nasty ass nigga grabbed these 2 kids, dragged them into a park, beat up the boy and made him watch the Law and Order SVU nasty shit he did, and then said, y'all better not tell, and then rode his fucking bike off. But some people within the neighborhood, I think, found him and beat the living crap out of him, and then the cops came and got him. But there's footage of them whipping this nigga ass for like 20 minutes straight because they recognized him. I was like, that's the nigga that be at that store. And the whole neighborhood waited. What the fuck I'm talking about? Wait, and I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying I love communities banding together to catch criminals. The whole community waited at the fucking store like all morning. And when they caught this nigga, they caught him. I think there's a catchphrase if you search on YouTube, spot him, got him. That's what they interviewed. They was like, yep, when we saw him, spot him, got him. We waited all day. We recognized him. We saw once the news put out the footage of him riding his bike up, he was like, that's that motherfucker that be getting bagels from this spot. And they all stood there and waited all day and they whooped that ass. Called the cops and he went to jail. And he's all fucked up and swollen. I'm like, I can't say what I want to say on YouTube, but that nasty nigga was not American, I should say. So yeah, there's a lot of things that go down when it comes to that type of shit.
Well, excuse me. There were some things that my mom sent me. There are young people or people targeting. They know who to go after taking your phone. They'll pull up on a moped, snatch your phone, jump right back on a moped and keep it pushing. Or jump off their moped and take your bag or your purse or some shit, keep it pushing.
Right.
And so I say that's tricky because, like I said, you have people like myself. I always bring it back to me. I speak on me. I'm not in my right mind. I'm defending my son. I'm defending my wife. Now right. I'm going to the further extent. Now I got to sit up for another charge,
right?
Because you wanted to play. I that's why I say the world we live in, bro. Because
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not thinking about protecting me. It's my wife, my kids.
Right.
I'm a grandfather too, so it's like, yo, you like, oh my gosh. No, that's why I'm taking it to the extent because even you, bro. Because no disrespect, I know you can defend yourself. It's that I know where it is going to. I know where I'm going. He don't know. I know where I'm going. You know where I'm going to take it to.
I get
I'd
it.
rather you be like, yo, bro, I gotta get my brother off of him because
I'll stop you from catching the charge for sure.
if you don't,
For sure.
it's over. So that's why I say, yo,
Yeah.
people gotta understand. You have people who are really walking this world consciously, who we are, know who we are, what we are to do. Now it's like, yo, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you putting this? You blatantly putting a rock and a pebble in my way to try to hiccup this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this situation happens, you want to be like, yo,
Play victim.
chill.
Right.
Man,
Play
you about to get
victim.
it too.
Right. That's what they do. That's society, bro. That's what a lot of the world is filled with, bro. And I don't respect it. I just stay away from people like that in general. Because they'll egg you on to do some shit, and then I'm telling you, I've had too many situations with that. And niggas be quick to turn into a whole different. I can't believe that this nigga choked me out. Like, what? In a video game. Why would he press the combo button in a video game and yoke me up? And it's like, you think
Push me that far.
Exactly. Right. Now I refuse to let people push me that far unless physical hands get put on me. That's why I'm at with it. I don't think no one could take me there. I've already been there. I don't got nothing to prove. I got years of ass whooping out here in these streets. You seen it. Nigga, you seen me whip plenty of ass out here in the streets. Nigga, all types of shit. Nigga, so I got nothing to prove. Right. I don't think I'm gonna let anybody take it. The last time I almost got into a fight, I think I was on a bus. And someone we got into a pushing match. There was a girl right here in front of me. She was so small. And this nigga was pushing me for more space. So I already knew what was going down. I was like, yo, watch out real quick. Woof. And I pushed myself in. I knew he flew over and he was all embarrassed and shit because he fell. So he tried to push me again. And I backed up off the bus and was like, get off this bus and I'm going to beat your ass. And then he looked at me and I was like, I bet you won't get off this bus though. And I caught myself and I was like, you know what? Enjoy your day, sir. You know what? I picked up my bag and I walked off. I was like, what the fuck am I trying to prove? I'm like, because I could whip this nigga. I could see his fear in his eyes. He wasn't getting off that bus. I'm like, let's not fight on a crowded bus. Get off the bus. No, you know what? Stay on the bus. Let me leave. We don't need to be fighting at all, actually.
Here's my
I reached that level of maturity. I don't even need to be doing
how
that.
can